Hello students, I am Dr. Suman Jain. Today we will start a new chapter, that is xenobiotics. Now xenobiotics. You all know detoxification is a series of biochemical reactions occurring in the body to convert these foreign substances which are dangerous for us. These compounds are then converted into non-toxic or less toxic and more easily excretable forms. These xenones means strange or foreign, and the site of detoxification is liver. Now xenobiotics, that is detoxification, it occurs in two phases, that is detoxification of xenobiotic foreign particles is detoxified into two phases, that is phase 1 where we have oxidation, reduction and hydroxylation reactions, whereas phase 2 there we have only conjugation. Now mechanism of detoxification. The metabolism of xenobiotics is divided into two phases. We have seen that the phase 1 the reactions are oxidation, reduction and hydrolysis, whereas phase 2 the reactions are reactions. Now number 1 we go with oxidation. So oxidation, substances which are oxidized are substances which are detoxified by oxidation are alcohols, aldehydes, amines, aromatic hydrocarbon, sulfur compounds, etc. Now number 1 we go with alcohols. So alcohols are aliphatic or aromatic alcohols. They all are converted into their respective acids and are detoxified. That is, we see example here. Ethanol is detoxified in form of acetic acid. Benzyl alcohol is detoxified by oxidation. It is converted into benzoic acid. Now aldehydes like benzaldehyde, chloral, all these aldehydes are converted into respective acids by oxidation. So this benzaldehyde is converted into benzoic acid, chloral is converted into trichloroacetic acid. Then amines and their derivatives, that is amino NH2 group or their derivatives like amides, they are all converted into their respective acids or alcohols. So we first see this aliphatic amine. We can see here aliphatic amine with amine and acid group, that is converted into aliphatic acid and amine is separated. Same way aniline with this is aromatic amine, that is converted into para-aminophenol into alcohol. Now aromatic hydrocarbons next. These aromatic hydrocarbons are oxidized to form mono, di or trihydroxyphenols, that is they are also converted into alcohols. So here we see an example of benzene. It is converted into phenol or all the phenolic compounds, that is phenol, quinol, catechol, hydroxynol, etc. Then sulfur compounds. These sulfur compounds are oxidized to form sulfuric acid. Drugs like meprobamate is a tranquilizer. It is oxidized to hydroxymeprobamate. So meprobamate is oxidized to form hydroxy compound and is excreted in urine. Now come to in oxidation. We have seen these oxidation processes. This oxidation where role of cytochrome P450 is important. Now we see what is this cytochrome P450. Most of the oxidation reactions of detoxification are catalyzed by monooxygenase or cytochrome P450. This enzyme is associated with microsomes. This P450 is what? it refers to the absorption peak. It is 450 is the absorption peak where absorption of takes place, exhibited by the enzyme when exposed to carbon monoxide. Then most of these reactions involve addition of hydroxyl group to the aliphatic or aromatic compounds. So in presence of NADPH, most of this cytochrome P450 utilize NADPH, where oxidation and it converts all whatever it is aliphatic or aromatic compounds into their respective alcohols. Now what are the silent features of cytochrome P450? Now cytochrome P450 has multiple forms. It has multiple forms and are believed to exist between it ranges from 20 to 200 molecules. They are all hemoproteins containing heme as a prosthetic group. This cytochrome P450 species are found in the highest concentration in the microsomes of liver. The mechanism of action of cytochrome P450 is complex and is dependent on NADPH. The phospholipids, phosphatidylcholine, that is a phospholipid, is a constituent of cytochrome P450 system, which is necessary for the action of this enzyme. It is inducible enzyme increased by drugs like phenobarbital. So phenobarbital drug increase the synthesis of cytochrome P450. Now we come to the next phase 1 reaction. Now the second reaction, that is reduction. So oxidation we have seen the oxidation of hydrocarbons, we have seen the oxidation of aldehydes, we have seen the oxidations all. Now we come to where in that oxidation we have seen that cytochrome P450 plays an important role. Now we come to the reduction. So by reduction detoxification takes place of picric acids, chloral, nitrobenzones. These all compounds are reduced to their respective acids or alcohols or their amino hydrocarbons. So this picric acid, you see in this picric acid, this nitro compound is converted into amino compound. So it forms picramic acid. In chloral we see this aldehyde group is reduced to alcohol and that's why it is forming trichloroethanol. In nitrobenzene, this nitro compound is reduced to amino group, this compound, so that nitrobenzene is converted into amino benzene. Now the third type of reactions of phase 1 reaction, they are hydrolysis. The hydrolysis of the bonds such as ester, glycoside, amide, all are metabolized by xenobiotics. So the esters, we have seen most of the drugs like aspirin, this aspirin is converted to salicylic acid and acetanilide is converted into aniline, and diisopropyl fluorophosphate is converted into dialkyl phosphate. Atropine is converted into tropic acid. Procaine is converted into amino benzoic acid. In this way, by hydrolysis, these drugs are. Now we are coming to the phase 2 reactions, that is conjugation. So in phase 2 only we have conjugation reaction. This conjugation, now what is this conjugation? Several xenobiotics undergo detoxification by conjugation to produce less toxic or more easily excretable compounds. Conjugation is the process in which a foreign compound combine with a substance produced in the body. Now different conjugating agents in our body are glucuronic acid, glycine, cysteine, even in cysteine, or you can say glutathione, glutamine, methyl group, sulfate group, acetic acid group and thiosulfates. So we have 8 types of conjugation. Now first that is very important, conjugation with glucuronic acid. You have already seen in the heme metabolism that bilirubin is formed. This bilirubin, we have seen that it is converted in by this glucuronic acid and forms a conjugate. So it is this conjugation reaction with glucuronic acid is very common. Its active form is UDP glucuronic acid. Enzyme glucouronide transferase participate in glucuronide formation. In this way, it is converted into diglucuronide and is detoxified. Certain drugs like barbiturates induce gluconyl transferase and increase the glucuronide formation. May occur with compounds containing like hydroxyl, carbonyl, sulfahydryl or amino group like phenol, benzoic acid, bilirubin. All these compounds are detoxified by UDP glucuronic acid and they form glucuronide. So phenol will form phenyl glucuronide, benzoic acid will form benzoyl glucuronide, bilirubin will form bilirubin glucuronide. Then number 2, conjugation agent number glucuronic acid is finished. Now we come to the L-glycine, that is conjugation with glycine. So glycine is detoxifies benzoic acid, nicotinic acid, cinnamic acid, all these acids into their excretable form. So benzoic acid is converted into hippuric acid, nicotinic acid is converted into nicotinuric acid, and cinnamic acid is converted into cinnamyl glycine. In this way, glycine helps them to convert into their excretable forms. So benzoic acid, hippuric acid, nicotinic acid into nicotinuric acid, and cinnamyl into cinnamyl glycine. Now conjugation with number 3, we come to glutamine. So glutamine is conjugated. It conjugates phenylacetic acid and converts it into phenylacetyl glutamine. Now conjugation with cysteine. So benzene and halogenated aromatic hydrocarbon, these all are converted into mercuric acid by presence of cysteine, or you can say glutathione. So glutathione has 3 amino acid where the one amino acid is cysteine. So that amino acid helps this benzene and halogenated aromatic hydrocarbon to convert them into mercapturic acid. So it is excreted in form of mercapturic acid. Now conjugation with sulfate. So indole is converted by phase 1 reaction, it is converted by oxidation, it is converted into indoxyl. Now with phase 2 reaction, it is converted into indoxyl sulfate and it is excreted in urine in form of indicaine. Now conjugation with sulfate, you see phenol in presence of PAPs, in presence of enzyme sulfotransferase enzyme, it is converted into phenyl sulfate and PAP is removed. So PAP is phosphoadenosyl phosphate. Here sulfate is there, PAP, phosphoadenosyl phosphate sulfate. Now conjugation with thiosulfate. Highly toxic cyanides are conjugated with thiosulfate to form less toxic thiocyanides. So you see nitroprusides have cyanide. So it can have nitroprusside if somebody has taken nitroprusside, so it can have cyanide poisoning. So that cyanide is removed by thiosulfate. So cyanide is removed or detoxified by thiosulfate and it forms thiocyanate. Now conjugation with acetate. So acetyl coenzyme A, it conjugates sulfanilide and it converts into acetyl sulfanilide, which is excreted in urine. Then isoniazide, that is also detoxified by acetyl enzyme A. Now conjugation with methyl group. So nicotinamide and pyridine, these are molecules which are detoxified by methyl group. This methyl group donor is S-adenosyl methionine, which donates its methyl and converts into S-adenosyl homocysteine. and this methyl then combines with nicotinamide to form N-methyl nicotinamide. The same way pyridine also is converted into N-methyl pyridine. The methyl group is donated by S-adenosyl L-methionine. So thank you very much for listening.